Hi, my name's Abby and I work for PermaJet, but I also run a small business selling my illustrations as art prints on Etsy. If you're looking to start selling your own art or photographic prints, you're probably wondering whether you should outsource it or print it yourself at home. I personally chose to print from home because I wanted to have full control over the production, the quality and the costs of my final products. I also really love the satisfaction of seeing the final print come off of the printer and just knowing that I created that product from start to finish. Although printing from home requires much larger upfront costs, in the long run it actually works out much cheaper. I'd like to give you some of my recommendations for things that you might need if you'd like to get started with your own home print venture. So the first thing that you're obviously going to need to get started from home is a printer. When choosing a printer, you're generally better off going for one that has 6 or more inks, because this is going to give you the best representation of the colours in your work. For the best results, I would recommend looking at Canon's Pro range of printers, which narrows you down to a few options. Firstly, you have the Pixma Pro 200, which has 8 dye-based inks. Dye-based inks print more vibrantly, so if you produce colourful illustrations like my own, you'll probably get on really well with one of these printers. The only reason people might be swayed from choosing this printer is that dye-based inks don't tend to last as long as pigment inks. The other option is the IPF Pro 300, which has 10 pigment-based inks. Now, pigment-based inks are archival, which means they'll be much longer lasting. So this is the option you're going to want to go for if you're looking to produce premium archival prints. For most people who are just starting out, price is going to be the biggest factor when choosing a printer. If you're going to be selling products that don't need to be particularly long lasting, like decorative wall art or greetings cards, then a dye-based printer like the Pro 200, which is on the cheaper end of the market, is probably going to be perfect for you. On the other hand, if you're looking to produce archival results or premium priced products, then you're going to want to look at investing in the Pro 300. My final option is the Canon Pro 1000, which has 12 pigment-based inks. It can produce up to A2 size prints, but it is a lot more expensive. However, this may be something that you want to invest in for your business if you're looking to produce a wider selection of products. The next thing that you need to consider is paper. Now, if you're looking to make money from selling your art, which I'm guessing you are, then you're probably looking for ways that you can cut down on costs, which is understandable. However, there are a few crucial areas where you actually want to spend a little bit more money, and paper is one of those areas. What you need to consider is that when you're selling your art, the paper essentially becomes part of the final product, and it will represent not only your work, but your business. If you choose a cheap, poor quality paper, then your work's not going to look as good as it could. It's really important that you choose a paper that's going to print your work at its best. Choosing a specialist inkjet paper brand like PermaJet is going to ensure that you can do just that. They have a really wide range of award-winning products, including digital and fine art papers. They come in a range of sizes as well, and there's different papers that will suit all kinds of artwork. So my go-to paper is Matte Plus 240. It produces really vibrant colours and crisp lines, which is perfect for my artwork in particular. I tend to choose a smooth matte paper because not only does it suit my work, but it also is a lot more suitable for prints that are going to be on the wall because you don't want to get a reflective surface when it's displayed in someone's home. Another smooth matte option that I like from PermaJet is FB Matte 285. It's a heavier weight and a higher quality paper as it's from the brighter range, which makes it a really good option for those prints that are a little bit more special, where you want to charge a bit more of a premium price. Another option that I really like when I'm looking to produce something a little bit more special is Watercolor Rag 310. It has a slight texture to it, which just gives it a really nice premium, high quality feel. So another thing that you'll need to consider if you are looking to print from home is ICC profiles. Before working with PermaJet, I had never heard of ICC profiles. I just always wondered why my prints didn't look anything like what I saw on the screen. And ICC profiles are actually a really crucial part to that. For anyone who's not familiar with an ICC profile, it's essentially a file that tells your printer how much ink to lay down on that particular paper type. Using an ICC profile is going to ensure that you get accurate colours, contrast, and in general are just going to get a much better print. If you use PermaJet paper, they actually offer free generic ICC profiles and a custom profiling service, which again is free if you're using their paper. And they also have a wealth of resources that explains exactly how to use a profile. You can see here from these prints just how much difference an ICC profile can actually make. This one here is the correctly profiled print. This one here is printed without using a profile. So as you can see, there's no colour management that's gone into it. The print has just been left to its own devices, essentially. So the things I've talked about today are all the essentials for getting started with printing from home. There are other things you can consider too, like calibrating your monitor, which will also help improve your results. If you'd like to delve a little bit deeper into printing from home and learn more about how to get the best out of your prints, PermaJet have produced a free digital guide called The Knowledge Volume 2, a step-by-step guide to printing. This covers everything from ICC profiles, choosing a printer, paper, and everything you really need to know to get a good print. It's available to download for free from the PermaJet website, but we'll also link it in the caption below alongside the Knowledge Volume 1, which looks at the entire range of PermaJet paper. If you have any other questions about printing, feel free to leave a comment below or get in touch directly with PermaJet, who would be more than happy to help. Good luck and happy printing.